So as luck would have it, on our last trip, my refrigerator decided it didn't want to work on electric. It would only want to work on propane. So after doing some research on YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's the control board. This is a Norcold, and I'm going to do a little diagnostics on it and see if I can, instead of just throwing money at it and putting a control board in it, I watched another YouTube video, and hopefully that will show me what to do. But I got to get my voltmeter. Now, in no way am I a licensed electrician. This is strictly just for entertainment. This is not for educational purposes. Don't do what I do. All right. I'm showing 120 volts on the plug. So I am plugged into shore power. I have a 30 amp RV plug on my house. My neighbor across the street, his son-in-law is a licensed electrician. And I said, hey man, I want to get one of those plugs for the RV. I already bought it. I said, I want to get one of those plugs. And he said, yeah man, he said, I'll be by next weekend. And of course, he's an electrician. He had the wire. He saw a scrap wire. He had a square D 30 amp. He said, I got plenty of spots in your panel. He was done in like 20 minutes. I said, hey man, I'll pay you for it, no problem. He said, oh man, don't worry about it. But I think I gave him 40 bucks anyhow, just because, you're paying for the knowledge, not for the time. Always remember that. So when everybody complains about these people, mechanics and electricians and all these cats, what they charge for repairs, you are paying for their knowledge. Just like when you get that ambulance bill to pay for my luxurious salary and public safety pension, you're paying for my knowledge, not for how long I was with you. So anyhow, I got power there. So according to what I saw in the other video, the next thing I'm going to do is up top there is a heating element, and I'm going to remove those wires for that heating element, and I'm going to do an ohm check on it. And as long as the ohm check, I think he said 40 to 60 ohms, then as long as it's not open, because if it's open, it means it's burned out, it's not working. He said as long as it's got ohms in it, then there's resistance. So that thing gets like, I think they said 300 degrees or something. So I said, all right, cool, no problem. So let me switch this bad boy to an ohm setting. I got 22,200 ohms for resistance. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is try to figure out which some of these wires are. I think that those two are the 12 volt power, because it always uses 12 volt power also. Because that's the 110 plug, there's the ohms, there's the control board, and that is the 12 volt power. So I'm gonna take a picture of that. I guess it's time to do an ohms check. So let me see if I can get these bad boys off. Oh, all right, well, there's one. There's two. That one's tight, but that's all right. Let's see if we can do an ohms check. Where's my thing at? All right, let's check for ohms. See if we have some resistance in here. Two simple wires. That should be the heating element. Okay. Here's the ohms meter. Very simply stuck into there. I'm showing 47.7 ohms of resistance, and that is on, that's 200. I got it on set for 200 ohms. So, yeah. And the piece is way up there. Let me see if it'll, you see those two black wires right there? And it goes up over there somewhere. So that's the heating element up there. I do know that big metal thing's the burn chamber. So, all right, well, we can disconnect that. So we have ohms, we have resistance on the heating element. I do have power here. So, according to my calculations and everything that I've watched on other videos, this control board is bad. So at this point, let me just check one more thing. I'm going to check for continuity through these three fuses. They look good, but like they say, it's always better to put a meter on it. I think this is my, can you all hear that? Beep, yeah. All right, let's see if we can check these fuses real quick. If it was a blown fuse, that'd be easy, wouldn't it? All right, I got a beep there. Well, I really can't get it in there, so I'm just going to pull them with a pair of needle nose. All right, let me pull these fuses. In case you don't know what a good fuse looks like. A good fuse, 7.5 on the left. Let me check the other one, which I know that's good too. Let's check this fuse, which I could see this one. This is 5 amp. This one's on the right. All right. Well, at this point, I've made my determination that it is the control board, and I'm going to have to remove this control board. So, shouldn't be too bad. I don't see a whole lot in the way. I guess we're gonna find out real quick, right? Yeah, there's a 110 plug here. There's the 110 volt plug, and there is another plug. This one goes up to the, I think, the control board inside. This one does have a tab at the top, I can see, and that came right off. If anybody knows what these are, yeah, well, when you're a medic, you have medic stuff. All right, it looks like this is the, this big one right up here this is the igniter for the spark. And you can see where it goes. I mean, it goes right to it. So there's the igniter for the sparker. So at this point, I see 1, 2, 2 little bolts on there. Now, if it's lucky, this one that holds this cut, there's a cover down there, is a, I got it as a 6.5 millimeter. So, I don't know. Let's take a look, see what this one is. Yeah, it's the same, 6.5 millimeter. All right. Well, there you go. So let's bring you over here for a second. You can hopefully see where it went. But yeah, man, she just slipped right out of there. So yeah, it just sits right in there. Here's the let me come around this way. Here's the 110 plug. You can see where it goes. I mean, it comes right down here and, you know, goes right here to this plug right here. You can see where it goes. This is the wiring harness for the control board right here. That's easy. This is the spark igniter. That goes up here. This is the ones I tested for the ohms, for the heat element up top. And then these two guys down here, like the 12 volt side. So yeah. So I got the board out here, and there's nothing obvious. Like, I don't see any burn marks on there or anything. There is another fuse in here, so I'm going to work on getting this fuse out without breaking it. I'm not sure how to get it out, but now I also read, let me turn my voltmeter off. I also read online, a guy said, okay, so you just kind of pop that up like that. Now I can pop that one up. All right, yeah, that's a glass blade fuse. My head out of the way, maybe you can see it, hopefully. Okay. And right here at the top. But yeah, that's I don't see anything visually wrong with it. So I also didn't open this back side up because there's other stuff behind it. So, well, I got it out, and I did read online, somebody said to take that fuse out. I guess I'll go back and reread it. I think I screenshotted it. Go back and take that fuse out before you hook power to it, because it can spike it and cause it to blow. So I guess once you hook power to it, then put the fuse back in. All right, I don't know, we'll see. But I do have a spare, and I guess I'll go to I'm gonna take a shot and go to Amazon and try to order one. You know, they seem to have the best price. And I'm gonna keep this board. It does work on gas. Now I'm gonna drop a picture in here, because I filled up the tank before I left. I went over, but he filled it up. I got a picture of it, and then when I got back. So I'll put those pictures in there, and you'll see how much propane I used for 5 days. Something else that I did get for this is you can see the screens here on the back side, and you kind of just may have to trim a little bit and put some zip ties on there. Hopefully you can see some of those zip ties. There's one here, and those keep wasps and bees from coming in there and making a nest and screwing everything up. I also had one for the furnace and for the hot water heater, but I've noticed with the hot water heater, I did have a little wasp nest up in here. So yeah, those little guys, they're relentless. So you still gotta check your hot water heater sometimes and make sure they're not living in there, because I've seen them like try to crawl through here, and I don't know, it's like they crawl through down here. Yeah, they're just kind of, they're relentless, but it does help, you know, keep the wasps out. All right, part came, looks correct. I'll show you the part. Came in this fancy bag, I guess for static. Got a new cover with it. All right, so let's see if we can get it installed. I think I got it off eBay. It was probably about $125, $130. So let's give it a shot. This first thing I'll do is I'll mount it, which is 2 screws once again. There's one there. Now in the instructions, it said to be careful about static and the like, because it is an electronic item. All right, there's the igniter. I'm going to check my pictures real quick, just make sure I'm doing this right. All right, through the magic of editing, I plugged everything back in. So, all right, everything's plugged in. I got the, probably got to put this cover on. I do have the extra spare fuses and stuff. I don't need this anymore. I guess probably the best thing I should do is hook the power up to the house, and we'll turn it on and see if it starts to work on electric or throws a fault code or anything. So I'm gonna let this run for a minute, and I'm gonna go plug it into the house and we'll take a look at it. All right, well, it's plugged in. Let me go inside and turn it on. All right, I turned it on. It's currently saying it's on electric. So I took a picture of the thermometer. I got one in the fridge and one in the, well, sorry, one in the freezer, one in the fridge. Lights on. Let's take a step outside. All right, everything's there. I don't see any fire, so that's a real plus. So I think I'm gonna come back in a couple hours and make sure it's cooling down and the green light stays on, and I'll consider that fixed. But for now, we're gonna have to wait. Meanwhile, I am going to keep this old one. It does work on gas, and just in case it does, you know, the new one fails or something along the way and won't work on gas or electric, I guess I'll at least have a spare, so that if I'm in, you know, Cutbank, Montana, or you know, I make a left at Albuquerque, I'll be able to hopefully at least get it back up and running. I'll probably never use it. Everything will be fine for the rest of, you know, my life, but just in case it does die, at least I'll have a backup. So, see all that dirt in there? See all that dirt? That thing gets hot. I'm gonna take care of that. There you go. Look at that. All that's been vacuumed out. Nice and clean. That is a fire hazard. All right, light's still green. Oh. That's about 2 hours. It's cooling down. I'm gonna say that's a fixed. So if you have a Norcold that works on gas but not on electric, you can do a little test on it, confirm it, and get yourself a new board. Pretty easy. I probably rated probably a 2 out of 10. Pretty easy. So that's success. That is a success. So please like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Thanks for watching.